Alright, everyone. So, the United States Grand Prix was yesterday, and it was absolutely incredible. Not because there was many crashes, there actually wasn't any. Not even to do with the fact that there was controversy, there really was none. It was a good race because it was an actual race. There was strategies and there was everything. It was a really, really good race. So, with that in mind, I've decided I'm going to go and revisit my predictions a little bit. Seeming that there's 5 rounds left, I am going to go and predict the Drivers' World Champion and the Constructors' World Champion and everything else in between. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my prediction of who is going to win the 2021 Formula 1 World Championship with 5 rounds to go. So we're going to do it like this. I'm going to start off and I'm going to go from 10 to 1 in the Constructors' Championship and then 10 to 1 in the Drivers' Championship. So with that in mind, let's begin. So, 10th place. Who is going to be the worst team in 2021? Well, Haas. It's Haas, and I don't really spend that much time on it. They've been really, really, really shit. And on purpose, actually. They've devoted like 70% of their staff towards next year's car, and they're really hyping themselves up for next year. Heck, next year could be Haas's year, guys. I don't know. Although there's also talk of Andretti taking them over. Anyway, I don't know. They're not taking on the new Ferrari hybrid system, which gives them like 1 million extra horsepower. They just don't care. This year is simply just to get Nikita Mazepin and Mick Schumacher some experience, which is fair enough, but come on.
Where's your fighting spirit?
Anyway, 9th place, guys. I'm putting Alfa Romeo. It's been a difficult year for Alfa Romeo. They're losing Kimi Räikkönen at the end of the season. They're gaining Valtteri Bottas, though, which, I mean, is pretty good. Let's be honest. I'm very sad Kimi's going. It's not that their car has been bad. I just think the other teams have made a little step further. I think they're also looking towards next year, but a little bit disappointing from Alfa Romeo. I would have been expecting a little bit more than them this year. But anyway, Alfa Romeo for 9th place. We move on. 8th place, I'm putting Williams. They've actually got a really good haul of points this season. Russell really unlucky only to get the half points for Belgium, but they've been very good this season. They've been thereabouts going into Q3, sometimes Q2, but yeah, they've made a massive step up this season, and I'm looking forward to what they're going to do next year. 7th place. Now this is 7th place. I'm putting Aston Martin. They have been utterly disappointing this year. Utterly disappointing. Very unlikely they're going to make the points back to the likes of AlphaTauri or Alpine. I've just been very underwhelmed by them this season. So yeah, Aston Martin, get a different paint colour because it looks too similar to the Mercs, but get better next year. We need you up there. Come on, give Seb a good car. 6th place. 6th place is interesting. I'm going to put Alpine. I think AlphaTauri have enough. I really do. I think AlphaTauri, they have a slightly stronger car than Alpine. They have a few points to make up, but I think they can do it. I think just momentum at the moment. Yuki Tsunoda got a point or two last race. I think they can do it. I really do. So Alpine 6 and AlphaTauri 5. AlphaTauri breaking into the top 5. I think that'll be a very good year for them. Moving on then to 4th place. Now, it gets interesting. A little bit controversial because it could go either way, and I'm not surprised if this will be reversed by the time at the end of the season in Abu Dhabi. I'm going to put McLaren here. McLaren for 4th place. I think Ferrari, they're just going to catch them. I think Ferrari, with the new power unit or the new hybrid system, they've just got more power. And I think their chassis is pretty much on par, and so is their engine. I just think Daniel Ricciardo at the moment just hasn't got that confidence. I'm 90% certain now that when it bubbles down to it, I just think Ferrari are just a little bit stronger. Only 4 points in it, and there's a lot left in this championship. But don't discount McLaren as well. They're strong and they're tough, and they have a really good management team. So and also Matteo Binotto, he is missing a few races now. He's going to be trying to get next year's car up. Ferrari really interested in next year, so. Yeah, watch out for that battle, but I think it will be McLaren 4, and it's going to be Ferrari in 3rd, which I'm very happy. I'm very happy, considering they finished like 6th last year. I'm happy. Now it gets interesting. 2nd place. is Red Bull. I'm going to give it to Red Bull because I just think the gap is too big for Red Bull to close. But just on top of that, I think, although, and this is going to be very contradictory to what the Drivers' Championship is, I just think Mercedes have that little bit more consistency. I think Perez is a better driver than Bottas and should be getting higher. The problem is, though, that he isn't, and that is the issue. I just think it's too big of a... I'm having a look now. It's around 22.5 points, which isn't a huge amount. It's like 3 race wins and a few fastest laps. And there's 5 races. But I don't know. I'm just not sure. I just think it's too big of a gap for Red Bull. And Red Bull have been completely, like, they have been totally and utterly screwed over by Mercedes because they got taken out twice by Mercedes. And then also they had the tyre blow up in Baku and other reasons. And it's the same reasons I'm going to get onto for Verstappen and them next. But I just think Red Bull, they've just got too much work for themselves. And I'm not sure Perez is there yet. He's not as comfortable with the car. So I'm going to give it to Red Bull, which means in first place is Mercedes 8 times in a row. That'll be every single championship in the turbo hybrid era. Domination? Little bit. Now we get on to the Drivers' Championship. This is the top 10. So, here we go. In 10th place, I am going to put Fernando Alonso. A good year back. He's taken a while to grow into it, but yeah, I think given the car and given the fact that he hasn't been in a Formula 1 car in 2-3 years, he's done fairly well for himself. And he helped his teammate win a race, which I think this is the new matured Fernando, who's done those team races in like Le Mans and then not so much in IndyCar, but he's just a bit more mature and he's a bit more laid back now. And I like that. So Fernando in 10th, Pierre Gasly in 9th. Pierre also has had a very strong season. In qualifying, he's been brilliant. Just in the race, it hasn't really carried through. He's been a little bit unlucky as well at times. But yeah, I'm going to put Pierre in 9th. Now, this is when it gets interesting. 8th, I'm going to put Daniel Ricciardo. He's got that win. He has got a win. And he got Zach Brown that tattoo of Monza and the date. But I just think, compared to Carlos Sainz and that Ferrari, Carlos is going to score more points than Daniel. I'm pretty sure of that. So yeah, I'm going to put Ricciardo in 8th, and I'm going to put Carlos in 7th as well. I'm going to put Carlos in 7th, yeah. I think he I don't know. It's a little bit hard, because like they're Carlos and Charles are very close to each other. I just think Charles, over the few races that are left, he obviously did very, very well in Interlagos one year, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm trying to think back. Actually, I don't know. I don't actually know. Anyway, Carlos 7th, Charles 6th. In 5th, I'm putting Lando Norris. I think Sergio Perez, there's only 1 point between Norris and Perez going into the last few races. But, yeah, I just think the Red Bull is a stronger car overall. Don't discount Norris as well, by the way, guys. But no, I think Norris, he's had an incredible year. He hasn't got a win. He hasn't got his win yet. It's very unlucky in Russia, but hey, yeah, there we go. I'm going to put Norris in 5th. Okay, 4th place is going to be Sergio Perez. I just think Bottas, he's taken that penalty now, and he's going to have a good car for the rest of the season. And I just have that feeling that, yeah, Perez I don't think he'll be able to outscore Bottas enough. So Perez on his return. And by the way, guys, I know like some people are very disappointed in Perez because he hasn't had that big of a season. He's in that team 1 year. Max has been in that team 5-6 years now, which means Adrian Newey and Helmut Marko and Christian Horner, they have built the team around Max. And I'm sorry, for Perez to come in his first season, and okay, maybe he's always been that little bit step off. He's always like been a little bit you know, a tenth or two off Verstappen. But even to be a tenth or two off in a car that you're not really, it wasn't designed for you, it wasn't built for you. I'm not saying it was built for Verstappen either, but it's certainly, Verstappen's driving styles would have been taken into account, less so with Perez, especially seeming that this year's cars are a variant of last year's. So yeah, I think Perez has done very well considering all the hype of Red Bull second driver being teammate to Max. He's played the team game very well. I like Perez. I think he's next year. You know, if Max doesn't have a good season next year, maybe just the pressure gets to him of trying to get that second one, Perez will be there or thereabouts. So yeah, I'm going to put Sergio Perez in 4th. 3rd place, Valtteri Bottas. Really no surprise there. He's had a pretty horrible season. He's well over 100 points off of Max now, almost 100 points off of Lewis. I don't know what's happened to him this year. I'm kind of glad to see him out with Merc. I'd rather have somebody who will definitely challenge. He's never really been... I think he went into Mercedes in 2017 thinking, I can win a world championship. But realistically, nah, I don't really think he ever could. I don't think there was really enough consistency or really even enough speed. He's an amazing driver, do not get me wrong. I just don't think, on terms of that Lewis Hamilton and the rest, I just don't think he's there. 2nd place. This is very controversial. Again, guys, it could go either way. There's only, what now? 12 points in it. Only 12 points in the championship. But guys, everybody knows my views on Lewis Hamilton. Anyone who's watched the channel and watched any one of my F1 videos will know my position on Lewis Hamilton, but I'm putting Hamilton 2nd. I just think he's making too many mistakes, and he's very fortunate to be in the championship position he is right now, because Verstappen has had 2 DNFs, one of which was Hamilton's fault, the other which, actually no, they were both, well, the Monza one, yeah, there's a little bit of debate there. I personally think that it's Hamilton's fault in Monza, but other people don't. So it's definitely Hamilton's fault in Silverstone, yet Hamilton won, which makes absolutely no sense. Charles was robbed that race. But yeah, I'm putting Hamilton 2nd. I don't think he deserves it. And honestly, for him to actually now have 8 world championships and will be statistically the greatest of all time, and I don't think anybody will ever get 8 world championships ever, I think it's a little bit of an insult to Michael. I really do, to Schumacher. But hey, that's my opinion. That's not fact. That's my opinion. So 1st place is Max Verstappen. Who would have known? Max Verstappen, world champion next year. Well, guys, that is it. They are my predictions. 5 races to go. It's going to be such a good championship. Keep an eye out on some more videos. I like this video. I'm liking doing videos again. Yeah. You never know, guys. We might do a few more in the future. But hey, that's where I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Take care, and goodbye.